And Travis Kelce and a couple other dogs. Hopefully they re-sign Chris Jones.
Yeah.
So that'll be huge.
Yeah. Hey, we're in the same boat right now as Niner fans, so we know how the Chiefs fans probably feel right now.
Yeah. Let's break down wild card. We'll go 1, 2, 3 on the NFC, and then we'll shoot over to the AFC. I have the Seahawks, Cowboys, and Minnesota as my wild card winners.
Yeah, same here. That's what I got.
Seahawks, a good team, young team. I just don't think they're going to give enough to beat the 49ers in the division, but they'll take that wild card spot. Cowboys, same kind of. They could split with Philly, don't get me wrong, but I just don't believe in that team as much. And like I said earlier in the pre-show, what is an NFL season without the Cowboys being one and done in the playoffs?
Yes, sir.
And on their way home packing up. Like, guys, we all have to applaud at that point. Like, they do it so consistently, it's awesome.
Everyone loves it, too.
Yeah.
It's funny. They're America's team. You know, they probably have the biggest fan base, but if you're not a Cowboys fan, then you hate them.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's tough to be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah. And then we have Minnesota coming out, right? I think we picked Detroit, but I think Minnesota's going to give them a run for their money. And I didn't see the full schedule, but I kind of hope that's a Week 17 matchup. I have no idea. I did not look into that division right now. But if that's a Week 17 or 18 matchup to win the division, that would be a great game.
For sure, yeah.
But again, they could play fucking Week 3 and 6. Like, I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You have any more kind of insight on the NFC wildcards? You want to shoot over to the AFC and you could break that down?
I mean, now we're basically in the same boat. Yeah, let's shoot over to the AFC.
All right, break it down.
I don't know if we agreed on all three, but I know we agreed on the Jets and the Ravens both being in the wild card. Jets was a hard one. I kind of wanted to pick them to win the division, but I just don't know. They haven't proven enough quite yet.
Yeah, and I think the offensive line, like I was telling you earlier, is kind of scary.
Yeah, that's always a missing link type thing.
Yeah, so
the question mark.
I think they're good enough to get into the playoffs, though, so that's why I didn't leave them out.
Yeah, I agree, and they have a good defense. I mean, Robert Saleh, one of the best defensive minds in the league right now. So I'm going with the Jets, the Ravens, and my third one was Miami. I got them making it in. I got 3 teams I know making it out of the East, AFC East, but
I like that. I like when divisions are stacked like that because it makes it for fun football. They have to play each other twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, Jets, Robert Saleh, Dolphins,
Mike
McDaniels. So I'm going with the ex-Niner guys.
Okay,
my guys.
That one that was different is for him, the Dolphins, and me. It's the Chargers. I think both teams are really good. I think I'm just more pulling for the Chargers. Because if they don't make the playoffs, Staley's definitely out. Like, I can't see him.
You kind of like Herbert, huh?
I'm a big Herbert fan.
Yeah.
I
feel like you have a soft spot for quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, I'm a former quarterback, believe it or not. I mean, I just have a little extra protection. Come on.
He didn't have to wear the rim protector.
Yeah, it was built in for life.
For life.
But I went over to IKEA the other day. Side note. I went over to IKEA.
All right.
And their facility's right next to it. You could see right in. And
I was just Chargers?
Yeah. I was just kind of looking at their...
I was like, why did you bring up IKEA?
I was looking at out the window of IKEA, and I was watching the Chargers practice for a little bit. And man, Justin Herbert could sling it. Like...
Oh, you could see him throwing the ball?
Yeah, you could see their whole 3 or 4 fields. It's pretty dope.
Oh, that's sick.
I don't know if you're supposed to watch them, but... I found the window, so...
We'll go get some meatballs and just watch them, bro.
Yeah. Justin Herbert, man, he's a dog, and I want them to make the playoffs so bad. And...
I don't care if they make the playoffs. I mean, Herbert's cool, whatever, but I don't care that much.
So, I want them to make the playoffs.
The only team I want to make the playoffs so bad is the Niners.
But, yeah, I have the Chargers. So, with that being said, Josh, we set our playoff prediction pretty nice. Pretty evenly, agreed, right?
Yeah, it's all the same except for the Dolphins and the Chargers. That's the only difference we got.
Yeah, so, Super Bowl. I don't think we agree on it, though. I think we agree on the NFC team.
You guys know. You guys know.
We ain't losing to fucking Philly, okay?
Yeah.
We're not losing to the Cowboys. We're not losing to the Saints. We're not losing to the Seahawks in the playoffs. We're not losing to the Cowboys. We're not losing to Minnesota. So yes, we're gonna run the NFC. We are gonna be in Vegas playing for the Super Bowl.
I think we're gonna have a first round bye this season.
We better.
Come on, let's do it, bro.
So if we're in Vegas, right? Who do we play in Vegas?
It's in Vegas this season?
Yeah.
Damn, that's badass. At that stadium?
Guys, I might work my ass off. I don't know. It's close enough.
Yeah, that's close.
It's close enough. I mean, how often do people get to say I watched my own team in the Super Bowl? Not that often.
Seriously.
So, I might work my ass off this year, and hey, maybe by the support of you guys, maybe it might help. So,
dreaming. That's what that made me think of, bro.
But who are we playing? Go ahead.
I'm thinking either the Chiefs or the Bills. I think the Bills need to make it over that hump, dude. Josh Allen needs to. Stephon Diggs wants it so bad. They need to make it over that hump and get into the playoffs. That's what I want to say. But really, I think it's going to be the Chiefs again.
Chiefs are a proven team.
They're running the league, bro. They're going to be a dynasty. Like, we're going to fuck up the dynasty, but, I mean, they have a long time.
So you have the Chiefs or the Bills. I don't have either of those teams, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
I have the Jets or Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
It is very hard for a team that lost the Super Bowl to get back pretty relatively quickly. And the Bengals did lose 2 years ago. So that's kind of like where history's not on my side for that. But Joe Burrow is so nice, and that team's made to win. Just like the Chiefs.
Joe Burrow was built and created to win.
I think really whoever has a better regular season will set them up to have home field advantage in the playoffs, and that's going to be huge. Huge. But my other team isn't the Chiefs or Bengals. The Chiefs, Bengals, or Bills. It's the Jets. And big question mark at the O-line. We already said that. But in recent history, you see a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer quarterback trade teams, and they make it to the Super Bowl. You had Tom Brady. You had Matthew Stafford. So I think history is going to kind of repeat itself in that aspect.
Like teams are kind of ready if they go all in on the quarterback like that.
Yeah, they're ready. So, I mean, I can see the Jets.
So you just think that Aaron Rodgers and that him being, one of the GOATs is going to bring him over the hump over the Bills? Because you have the Bills winning the division in regular season, but you got Jets having the edge in playoffs because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they're going to split the series in the regular season, right? So they're going to see them week 1. Not that I want to get into my pick too much, but
we'll get into that.
Yeah, I think the team that's playing home will win, and so that's why they'll split. And in the playoffs, obviously, if I have the Bills winning, they're going to have a better record. They're going to see them on the road if they do see them. But I think the Jets, just because that history of that quarterback trade, I can see that.
Yeah, for sure.
But, man, that's kind of like our preseason awards, everything prediction. I think we laid it all out there for you guys. I mean, you guys are going to have the receipts. I love keeping receipts on everyone else, so keep those receipts on us, please.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of Niners haters out
Talk that shit, and we'll talk it right back to you.
Yeah. I'll be in the comments talking shit back.
Yeah, we will Guys, honestly, I don't like spreading hate, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know. We try not to, we make, predictions and stuff, and it's hardly ever oh, this guy's going to suck or something.
Yeah.
It's usually, we like to do, we'll get into it, but someone is going to go off.
Yeah, but we definitely like to talk that shit,
Oh, yeah.
So.
Friendly banter,
Yeah.
Not so friendly banter.
All right, let's
get team banter. That's how I feel.
Let's get into week 1 stuff. Guys, I hope you're still listening, right? It's been a great talk so far. I love it. I enjoy it. Hope you guys are doing the same, but we got to get into the week 1 stuff. I mean, it's here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk.
Damn, it's really about to be here in, 3 days?
3 days. Kansas City's hosting Detroit.
Let's go.
And while we're talking about Kansas City or Detroit, let's talk about our games of the week. And I'll start off with mine. Detroit, Kansas City. I think, guys, I couldn't not pick this game only because it's the start of the NFL season. So if we didn't discuss it, what fucking NFL podcast
Yeah.
Are we?
First game of the season, and rightfully so. That's going to be a good
Two
game.
division winners in our eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
One has to start off with a loss. No ties. That's like kissing your sister. Fucking disgusting. But man, who do you have?
That's crazy. I got in that game. Ooh, I'm going Kansas City. I really like the Lions, but man, the Chiefs, just Mahomes, like
It's in Chiefs Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. In Burrowhead, I mean Arrowhead. Yeah, exactly.
You just said Burrowhead, bro. You flipped that script, okay?
Fuck the Chiefs.
For real. Yeah, I'm going KC though.
Still salty.
What's one of your games of the week?
One of mine is Miami at LA. Two of the guys that we were talking that we disagree on who's gonna make the playoffs.
Fuck.
Little insight
right to start
into
the
that.
season.
Yes, sir.
I didn't even. Well, I did think about that. I can't say I didn't. But who do you have?
You know who I got? I got them making the playoffs over this team, so I got Miami winning that one. Mike McDaniel's what does he say? About putting his nuts in the wagon or something.
His nuts are so big they gotta get a wagon.
Yeah, something like that. That I got Miami.
Hey, on the other side of the ball, like it or not, for better or worse, Staley, he puts his balls out there too. He goes for it on fourth down a lot, and I think the Chargers come out with the dub on this one. Only it's home field. Justin Herbert gonna sling the ball around.
Dude, they both got some receivers on them, dude. Tyreek and Waddle, and then Keenan and Mike Williams.
Mm-hmm. And then that rookie, he's gonna do good for them.
For Chargers?
Yeah.
Oh, Quentin Johnston or whatever. Yeah, he's fast.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be
fun to see.
Give me your other game of the week.
My other one, this one was hard for me. I was looking at a lot of games, but ultimately it came down to Las Vegas versus the Broncos versus Denver. I think that's going to be a really interesting game. Like we were talking about earlier, both have a lot to... there's a lot of people on there, teams-wise, coaches, players that have something to prove.
Yeah.
Sean Payton is back. Russell Wilson is... he's got to prove himself this season after last season. Even Jerry Jeudy, he's been all right, but he's got to
put up those first-round picks.
He's coming close to his contract here in a couple years, maybe a year or so.
Yeah. So
he's got a ball. And then Jimmy G with the Raiders. Josh McDaniels needs to figure it out a little bit.
You know what? I love that you picked that game because that game could be either like a good shootout type game, right? Or it could be like, damn, Sean Payton should have stayed at ESPN. Josh McDaniels is out. Like, they could both play terrible, right? Yeah. Denver was terrible last year. The Raiders were terrible last year. Like, all these things that happened this offseason could mean shit.
Yeah.
Or, on the other hand, it could be a great game. Jimmy G could ball. And, it's a good pick. Like,
so, talking about what could happen, who do you think's going to take the dub?
Let me look back at our pick'em. Guys, this is our pick'em.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna see my picks anyway.
Yeah, but usually we'll get into we'll kind of go over a few more games and say who we're think's gonna win and everything. But we're cutting it a little bit quicker this time because of how much. But don't forget to do the pick'em. Yeah, find us on all our social medias, Can't Lose Show, and you can play. It's $10 buy-in and fucking have fun with it. Like. Most of the time we have about 20 to 30 guys, $10 bet, turn around, make 200. It's pretty dope. Yeah.
But now looking at my sheet, I picked the Raiders. And the reason I picked the Raiders, I think Devontae Adams is going to be him. And I don't want to get into that matchup too much. But Jimmy G's going to connect and Jimmy G's a winner. So, Raiders.
For sure, yeah. I'm going with the Raiders on that one too.
Our last game of the week that I picked is going to end the week. And that's going to be Buffalo traveling up to New York and playing the Jets.
Mm-hmm. That's the game of the week,
right? We have Bills winning the division, but we have Jets making the playoffs.
That's going to be a fun game.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. Even with the Jets' defense being as good as it, and the Bills' defense being as good as it, their offense is just so powerful. I'm picking the Jets on this one. And who you got?
What did I say again? I just want to keep it to my pick'em, but because I'm not even like for sure who I want, but I went with the Jets on this one. You said the Jets too?
Yeah, I said the Jets too.
Yeah, I got the damn man. You got because you got the home team. Right?
Yeah, Buffalo will win when they play at home.
Yeah. I think that's what kind of gave them the edge too for me. But I'm going with the Jets on that one. It's gonna be a fun game though. A lot of we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right. With that being said, one of my favorite little segments of the show, we are gonna pick the dog of the week.
Yes, sir. Who's about to go crazy?
And we'll talk about the matchup of the week. Two fun things to fucking talk about. Like, guys go off. It's gonna be great season. Great picking of dogs of the week, matchups of the week. Josh, who's your your week 1 dog of the week?
My dog of the week. I've picked him a couple times. Talked about him a few times here throughout this first episode. My dog of the week. Who are they playing again? Oh yeah, Calvin Ridley. I don't know who's gonna cover him out there in Indy. They don't have Gilmore anymore. I don't know who's gonna cover him. I got Calvin Ridley showing out his first game back. He's probably hungry for it. So I'm going with my dog, C-Rid.
Bro, some of the videos coming out of camp, his speed is just insane.
Right? Compared to the other receivers. And it's like, they're all NFL players, but he is just on another level.
Yeah, that's a great dog of the week. I could definitely see it. What do you think his stat line's going to be? Like 2 tutties or 1 tutty, 150 yards? Like, what do you got?
I'm going to say a tutty. 2 tutties.
Over 100 yards?
Over 100. Over 100, yeah. I'll say like 115, 120. 2 tutties.
I almost could see him like
with like a top 10 like ankle breaker play, like on a double move or something.
I could see
nasty.
that. Honestly, we didn't see it in preseason. I didn't expect to see it in preseason. I could see him kind of getting a little bit of love like a Deebo Samuel type player, just finding ways to get him the ball.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe some quick little screens and his speed just...
for sure, some little screens. Yeah. I don't know about him so much rushing the ball, but...
Not like Deebo Samuel, like right up the gut, but maybe outside the edge.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah, because he's quick. He's quick.
My dog of the week for week 1 is Aaron Rodgers. Why? Because they're playing the Bills, and if it's going to be a high-scoring affair, his number's going to look pretty on paper, and it's going to be welcome to the Aaron Rodgers show in New York. And then I'll get to hear about it on the Pac Man show.
I wanted that one too. I wanted to pick him. I think he's going to have a big game. Just to like make a statement, you know? He has Garrett Wilson. Ooh.
Coming out of a team that he's always been on, right? It's always been Green Bay. This time it's Aaron Rodgers. And then the Jets are in the background. Like, week 1 is about him. Like, he's going to be that dog.
Oh, man. Garrett Wilson might go crazy too.
Just based off of Aaron Rodgers going crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a fun duo to watch this season, dude.
Yeah. All right. Matchup of the week.
Yes, sir. My personal favorite.
Go ahead and shoot your matchup.
My matchup. This guy tried to take it from me, but he's taken enough from me this episode.
Guys, we pick. Okay, when we're doing our show notes, we're doing the same thing, right? We're picking our stuff.
Yeah.
And we're just a little too much alike. And I was like, and he's like, nope. I didn't even finish his name. And this guy was like, no. So who's your matchup?
My matchup is Devontae Adams versus Patrick Surtain. That one was fun to watch. Adams obviously got the best of him last season. You know, that infamous clip of him saying, like, he's not ready, he's not there yet.
So is he ready this year? Or who gets the matchup win?
I mean... Like we said, who we think is going to take the win. I think Devontae Adams is going to play a big part in that. I think he's going to have a game, and he's going to say once again he's not ready.
Do you think they're going to have him follow Surtain follow him, or do you think he just will match up with him when he goes on his side?
He should follow him. I don't know too much of what
how
he's
Sean
done.
Payton coaches.
Yeah, Sean Payton, or how PS2 has played in the past, like if he was following guys or not, but. He should.
Yeah,
he definitely
should. For
should.
TV purposes,
but like,
he should.
Even like, I don't know, even inside and everything, because Devontae goes and lines up in the slot and stuff. I think PS2 should just be on him.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know.
Best on best.
But they have Simmons too at safety. They have some guys like that can help out. So I don't know, but I think that's gonna be a fun matchup. I hope he follows him, and I think Tay is gonna have the edge in that matchup.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Monday Night fucking Football. Buffalo Jets. Who's in that matchup? You got Diggs and you got Sauce.
Yep. Great matchup. Another great matchup.
Great matchup. It's hard to predict the winner in that one.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's going to be a shootout, right? So Diggs is going to eventually have to get something. Is it going to be let up on Sauce, though?
I don't know.
I think Sauce will have the edge on this one.
Yeah?
Right? Because if I'm picking the Jets to win, he's going to have to make a stop at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think Sauce, man, that kid is good.
Yeah, he is.
He is good. So I'm going to go Sauce on this one.
All right, I like that. I am excited for that matchup, too. Sauce is freaking good. It's a little grabby, a little handsy, you know.
You probably could pick Sauce versus any receiver every week. Like, that's how it's just must-watch football when he's playing. Like, especially against the good receivers.
Yeah.
That leads us out of one of my favorite segments, but probably into my new favorite segment. We're not going to be big on this one because this episode is a little long.
Yeah.
But 49ers segment is here. We're just going to break down the game real quick. Talk about the game. Well, actually not break it down. Predict the game, right? Because breakdown's after. We're going to talk about a little bit of 49ers taking on Pittsburgh. What are your thoughts right now?
Man, can we just talk about, the elephant in the room? We talked about it a little bit earlier.
Pay fucking Nick Bosa.
Pay the man. That's I think either way, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Either way, our defense is strong. Our offense is strong. I got us taking that all day. No matter what, I'm picking the Niners, obviously.
I just hope number 97 is out there on the field for this game.
Yeah, we have a defense. We have a stacked roster already, but he's just a difference maker. He's a defensive player of the year. Yeah. So I hope we have him out there, but either way, I'm taking the Niners.
I think if I want to talk a little bit about Pittsburgh. I said earlier in the season they don't have losing seasons, right? So they have to win 9 games, 8 games, and just one of those wins is not going to come against the Niners. Kenny Pickett's good.
Yeah, he is. I like him. He's tough.
Against the Niners defense, it's going to be hard for any team to win against the Niners, right? And we're going to beat them up, and we're just not going to stop. Our depth is too strong, and we're going to have the edge on this game. And I don't mean to cut it short for 49ers segment because this is going to be one of our favorite topics, but just based on this episode length of getting our preseason and stuff, let's keep it short for this time.
Just moving on. Well, you want to talk a little bit about NCAA?
Yeah.
Quick
2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Bear with us.
Yeah.
USC's Josh's
There was some stuff to talk about, actually.
There's a lot of stuff.
Come on now.
But let's just talk about our 2 teams. And maybe something
We're going to talk about one other team.
Okay.
That everyone's been talking about.
All right. Go your USC first, though.
USC, I mean, they've already played 2 games, I think Notre Dame has 2.
Yeah. We both had a week 0 game.
Yeah, so, I mean, the defense looked a little bit better this week. Again, we're playing teams like Nevada and San Jose State, which, I mean...
Notre Dame not playing any better.
Yeah, and Georgia played UT Martin or something like that. Who the hell?
Notre Dame played Tennessee State and Air Force? Army?
Oh, yeah, they played one of the... I think it was Navy,
Navy? One of the... I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame, such a letdown season last year. We were supposed to be good. Marcus Freeman here got off to a rocky start. This year with Sam Hartman behind at QB, man, we look nice. We have a tough stretch.
I don't really watch you guys too much.
We played 3 top 10 teams. One being USC, one being Clemson, and the other being Ohio State.
When do you play Clemson?
We play USC.
Actually, I don't even know how good they are. I don't know how they look.
They play late in the season. They could be bad.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I would say Clemson is not going to be in the top 10 by the time you guys play them.
We play USC. We have a week off, then Ohio State, then a week off, and then Clemson. So it's a brutal stretch.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah. I mean,
But Notre Dame's Notre Dame, and we're going to be good. So, what's the other thing you want to talk about?
You know what I want to talk about. Colorado, dude. Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders balled first game, and he broke the single game record.
510 passing yards. Insane.
4 touchdowns. His rating was 200 or something like that.
Yeah.
He absolutely went off. But Man, my personal favorite player of that game was Travis Hunter, dude. Going both ways like that was
Bro had
so
100
sick.
snaps by halftime. Like,
so sick. He had like 3 pass breakups. He had a nasty pick. That pass breakup too.
in the end zone.
Oh my god. Just like, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, right when he catches it, boom, hands the ball, rapes his hand away. That was so nasty.
I can't wait for that guy to get to the league. He's going to be fun to watch every
Yeah.
Sunday. And even, I watch college ball on Saturdays, so he's fun to watch. And honestly,
It's just,
people don't give enough credit to Prime.
Oh yeah.
He could flat out coach.
Yeah, and
Like-
they got to cut down the points, but they were playing TCU, who's always had a good offense,
Yeah.
and they were in the national championship last year.
Yeah. And it's 1 week at a time, but Prime could coach.
Oh yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, that game was fun to watch. They're going to be a fun team to watch. Prime is must-see TV. That's why they call him prime time. So, yeah. And that's pretty much all I got, though. We can close it out now.
Guys, if you're here with us 5 minutes later, thank you.
Thank you.
And if you joined 2 minutes ago, thank you. To listen. Goes a long way.
If you, for some reason, skip to the end just to watch us say goodbye, thanks.
Yeah.
60 seconds, baby. That's all
that
that
matters.
matters. 60 fucking seconds.
Even if you are just here at the clip part, right? Thank you for like going on the screen, right? I mean, just a big thank you to everyone that makes this possible. Like, we love talking ball. We're gonna keep talking ball. We're gonna get some guests on here.
We would
in
be
a couple
talking
weeks.
ball even if we didn't have this stuff out.
Yeah, we call each other while we're at work and
Yeah.
talk
Basically,
ball.
Stephen A. and I mean, I was gonna say Skip and Shannon, but
That's not. So you can say Stephen A. and
who are
Shannon.
you more excited to see in that, real quick? What are you more excited for, Undisputed or First
Stephen A.
Take?
show.
Yeah?
First take. Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon is a star,
Yeah.
and Stephen A. is a star. All right. Let's close it out.
But yeah, thank you guys. Again, all our social medias. Josh, give them a list again, please.
X, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, and now YouTube.
Yeah, and wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, wherever you get your podcast, it'll be on there. Anchor, and I think that's Podcasters or whatever.
Yeah, that's where we film our podcast, and then we'll distribute it out.
Yeah.
And man, if you guys can, we have 2 pins. Okay, real quick, gotta plug it in.
Oh yeah, we make hat pins.
We have 2 pins. Okay, they could go on hats, bags, anything. You have your 49er one, which is Fred Warner, and you have a Shohei Ohtani. He's carrying the Japan flag. He has a crosswave of Angels in Japan jersey. And, guys, best player in baseball. Put it on your hat. Fred Warner, best linebacker in football. Put it on your hat. Put it on your bag. We got some in the works. And I think coming up in a day or two, we're ordering our second 49er pin. And that one's special. We put a lot of work into it.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. You guys are going to stay tuned for that post. But thank you.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
We're out.
Deuces.